Hi students, in today's class let's learn zeros of a polynomial. So you have learned what a polynomial is and what are the types of the polynomial. Now let's see what a value of a polynomial is. If p of x is a polynomial in x and k is any real number, then the value obtained for this p of x when you replace this x by k is called the value of that polynomial at x is equal to k. So let's check with an example. Let p of x be a polynomial in variable x square minus 3x minus 4. So you know it is a quadratic polynomial because the highest power of the variable x here is 2. So it's a quadratic polynomial. Now let's give the value of x as 2. 2 is a real number. So if you give the value of x as 2, you can substitute this value of 2 in x. So you get it as 2 square minus 3 into 2 minus 4. That is 4 minus 6 minus 4. You get it as minus 6. That is, the value of this polynomial p of x at x is equal to 2 is minus 6. This is the value of a polynomial. Now let's suppose you give some other value for x like p of 0. Then you substitute for x 0. You get 0 square minus 3 into 0 minus 4. So all these will become 0. So the value of the polynomial is minus 4 at x is equal to 0. So this 0, this 2, all this is taken as k. That is, k is any real number. So in general, value of a polynomial when you define, you can say it is the value obtained by replacing x by k, which is a real number, in p of x. And you denote it as p of k. Here we have given the values of k as 2 and 0. So this is the value of a polynomial. Now let's see what 0 of a polynomial is. So 0 of a polynomial. A real number k is said to be the 0 of the polynomial p of x if p of k is equal to 0. Let's check with the same example. That is, p of x is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. So we have given some values for x like p of 2 and we got the value of the polynomial as minus 6. And when you substituted p of 0, you got it as minus 4. For what value of x you get the value of this polynomial as 0, that value of x is called the 0 of that polynomial. That is, when you replace this x by a real number k, and if you get the value of that polynomial, that is p of k as 0, then you call this k as the 0 of that polynomial. So here if you check, you can see when you replace the value of x as minus 1, p of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 square minus 3 into minus 1 minus 4. That is 1 plus 3 minus 4. That is 4 minus 4 equal to 0. So when you gave the value of k as minus 1, you got the value of this polynomial p of x as 0. So this value of k is called the 0 of that polynomial. So here minus 1 is the 0 of this polynomial. Now if you check by replacing the value of x as 4, you can see 4 square minus 3 into 4 minus 4. That is 16 minus 12 minus 4. 16 minus 16 equal to 0. So here 4 is a 0 of this polynomial. So you got here two zeros, that is minus 1 and 4. When you replace these two values for x, you get the value of the polynomial as 0. So these values of k are called as the zeros of the polynomial. There is some relationship between the coefficients and the zeros that we'll be doing in the next class. Now let's see the geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. Geometrical meaning of zeros of a polynomial. So first let's take a linear polynomial. You have learned the graphical representation of a linear equation is a straight line. So let's check with the linear polynomial. So let the polynomial be p of x is equal to 2x plus 3. So we can take this p of x as y. That is, y is equal to 2x plus 3. Now let's give some random values for x and check what the value of the polynomial is. So if you give 1, you get the value of y as 2 into 1 plus 3, that is 5. And if you give 0, you get the value as 3. Plot these coordinates, that is x, y, 1, 5 and 0, 3 to draw the graph for the linear polynomial. You can see the graph of y is equal to 2x plus 3 is a straight line. You have learned the 0 of the polynomial is that value of x for which this p of x is equal to 0 or y is equal to 0. So if you check this line, which is the point at which y is equal to 0? This point, right? So if you give that value of x here, you can see polynomial is p of x. The value of the polynomial becomes 0. That means this x coordinate is the 0 of this polynomial. So here for this graph, the 0 of the polynomial is minus 3 by 2. So in general you can say the 0 of the polynomial 2x plus 3 is the x coordinate of the point where the graph meets the x-axis or intersects the x-axis. So you know, for a linear polynomial always the graph will be a straight line. That means the line will meet the x-axis only at one point. That is, a linear polynomial will have exactly 1, 0. Now let's check the geometrical meaning of a quadratic polynomial. Let the polynomial be p of x is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. You can write it as y is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4 and give random values for x and plot the graph for different values of y. So you will get the graph like this, that is a parabola. You have learned in general for a graph, how will you find out the zeros? These zeros are the points at which the graph meets the x-axis, that is for which the value of y will be 0. So here you can see minus 1, 0 and 4, 0 are the 2 points at which the graph meets the x-axis. So these points, these x coordinates will be the zeros of this polynomial. So you have got minus 1 and 4 as the zeros of this quadratic polynomial x square minus 3x minus 4. So if you check some more graphs of the quadratic polynomial, you can see in this graph the parabola meets the x-axis at 2 points. So there are 2 zeros. And here if you check, you can see it meets the x-axis at only 1 point. So here there is only 1 0. And here if you check, you can see the graph is not meeting the x-axis. That means there is no zeros. So a quadratic polynomial can have at the most 2 zeros. That is maximum of 2 zeros. And there can be cases where there are no zeros or there is 1 0. Now let's see the geometrical meaning of zeros of a cubic polynomial. So here I have taken 3 examples, that is for a polynomial x cube minus 4x, here the highest degree is 3, so this is a cubic polynomial. This is also a cubic polynomial, x cube minus x square and y equal to x cube. Here you can see the graph meets the x-axis at 3 points, that is minus 2, 0 and 2. Similar way, here you can see the graph meets at 2 points and here at 1 point. That means a cubic polynomial can have 1 0, 2 zeros or maximum of 3 zeros. So in general you can say, given a polynomial p of x of degree n, the graph of y equal to p of x intersects the x-axis at most n points. Therefore, a polynomial p of x of degree n has at most n zeros. That is, the zeros of the polynomial depends on the degree of the polynomial. So linear polynomial has exactly 1 0, quadratic polynomial has at most 2 zeros and cubic polynomial has at most 3 zeros. So you can say if the degree of the polynomial is n, the polynomial can have at most n zeros. Now let's see an example. Look at the graphs given below. Each is a graph of y equal to p of x, where p of x is a polynomial. For each of the graphs, find the number of zeros of p of x. So you have learned, when you are given graphs, just check the point at which the graph meets the x-axis. So here the graph meets the x-axis at 1 point. So you can say the number of zeros is 1 for this polynomial. And for this polynomial, the graph intersects the x-axis at 2 points. So you can say it has 2 zeros. Here there are 1, 2, 3 zeros. So it's very easy. You have to just count the number of points at which the graph meets the x-axis. So here if you see, the graph intersects the x-axis at 1 point. So it has only 1 0. Here 1 0. Here the graph meets at 1 point. So 1 0. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So the zeros of this polynomial is 4. So in the next class we'll check the exercise questions. Thank you.